All right, so we're going to start with the big three, okay? So here we go. All right, what we got is the Enlightened Equipment Enigma 0 degree quilt because, like I said, I'm a cold sleeper and the weather's going to be, it's still cold out there in South Dakota. And then on that, I'll be sleeping on the Thermarest Neo Air X Lite, regular wide, and I'm going to pump it up using the pump sack because I know that little electric pump's all nice and everything, but it's just one more thing that I got to keep charged. So I'm just going to do it by hand. And then my pillow, which is one of my luxuries, which I'm going to take because this is a full luxury setup, I believe, for me, is the Sea to Summit Arrows large pillow. And then I'll underneath that my Neo Air pad, I will have a 1/8 inch closed cell foam pad. All right, that's the bed. And that bed will be inside of this Altiplex, which is by Z-Pack. So I'm using the Altiplex, even though I'm a short person. I like the size and of the interior, so I got the Altiplex for big people and gives me plenty of room for equipment and to move around. There you go. And then on the ground, I'm using just a sheet of Tyvek. And then for my Altiplex, I am using the hiking pole extender, which, because as you know, the Ultraplex is taller than normal and you have to have an extension or use their tent pole. So I choosing to use the extender. Then those are my stakes. Let's see, I've got 6 regulars and then 4 shepherds, and then I've got 3 spares on the side and a couple extra aluminum heavy duty ones. And then coming up to the pack. All right, so the next up is the Hyperlight 3400 Southwest, and it's pretty much stock except for the over here on the shoulders. And I will be using a Z-Pack bottle holder because I like the metal right here, and I'm using the Chicken Tramper Ultralight Gear foam shoulder pocket that they make, and that's really nice. Got the elastic in the front and so forth. So that's my setup, very basic, and the size that I wear is for this setup is a medium. So I'm using the medium 3400. All right, so there you go. That's the big three. So the next little portion here is going to move us on into probably, let's see, we'll do the kitchen food thing. Yeah. All right. Be right back. In this segment, we'll be looking at water purification, the water bottles that I'll be taking, my food containers, my kitchen, in other words, what I'm going to use, my pot that I'm going to use to cook with, and my utensils, and my poop kit. Oh, yeah. All right. Here we go. All right, for this segment, we'll be moving left to right. So I'm using 2 1-liter bottles and 1 700 milliliter bottles. The 700 milliliter be kept in the my shoulder pocket. And down here, my purification will be, I'm going to use the Catadine this year with a 2-liter Hydra Pack water bottle or water bladder, whatever you want to call it. And then, you know, those Sawyer squeezes, they come with the little packages. I took one, cut it, and that's going to be my little scoop in case I need to scoop water and pour. And then it's all going to go into a mesh bag, and that's for my water purification. Food. All right, because I'm going to be adding things like toothpaste, anything like that to my food, I'm going to be using 2 food bags. So I've got the smaller, smelly proof, heavy duty, odor proof bag, and I'm also using the lock sack food bag that will all fit in, and both of those are airtight and they keep the odors out, and all of that will be going into the Z-Pack bear hang bag system. And I like it because it's got Velcro that runs all along the top there, so that should all easily fit in there for this trip. And then I will be eating with the Sea to Summit. I went through these in a video earlier. Sea to Summit X Bowl and a Sea to Summit X Mug and a Sea to Summit spoon, long handle spoon. And my knife of choice on this trip is going to be the Swiss Advance. What I like about it is that, again, it's a sliding blade. I'll go this way. I shouldn't, but anyway, I'll get it started that way. I'm just being able to use one hand. But anyway, it slides out, and it's extremely sharp, and it works very well, and it's super light, less than 1 ounce. Okay. All right, and then my pot that I'm going to be using the Jetboil Stash this time. It's all set up, ready to go, so I don't need to break it down, and that's the little carrying kit. Moving around to the poop system. All right, so I'll be using the Deuce 2. This is the number 2 side. I did take tape and taped up the sharp edges there because it can get uncomfortable when you're trying to dig, so I did tape those to help on that. And what's really cool is this is a towel. It's a compressed towel. You just add a dropper, just a little bit of water in it. It turns into a regular towel for, wiping your face or other areas of your body to get cleaned up if you want. And then inside, naturally, I'll have my wet wipes, sanitizer, and some toilet paper. And that should do it for this segment. All right, we'll keep on moving. This little segment will be with clothing. Yeah. And it's subject to change depending on the weather. So right now, it's pretty cold. So there might be, what you're going to see is what I'm going to take for that. But if it warms up, I am going to take some extra stuff that I'm going to leave that I'll pick up out there that it's a little more lightweight stuff. But right now I'm going to go with the conditions they have and just be prepared for the cold stuff. Yeah, so here we go. Clothing. Okay, we're going to start right over here. You've got the Marmot Precip Echo rain jacket. I'm also going to use it as part of my layering system, so I can put it on even if it's not raining to help stay warm if I've got to. And then I have the 3F UL Gear rain skirt. So this would take care of my rain and also work as part of my layering system to stay warm. The Kuiu Peloton fleece pullover hoodie. My starter leggings, because I don't wear long pants. I always wear shorts, but I am going to take some leggings. And then over here I have the REI Gore-Tex mittens, some Black Diamond polar fleece gloves, and the Columbia polar fleece hoodie. Then, I don't know if you know this or not, but Decathlon, this is a Decathlon 4-class, I guess, or 4-clays, I don't know, 800 down hoodie. And I want to be honest with you, it's very nice, and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. You might want to look it up. It's under $100, at least right now it is. So you might want to check that out. Super light, very good contender for the super expensive down jackets. So that's by Decathlon, which is a French company, and they're actually a pretty big company and well known. All right, over here we're going to be using the OR Echo Sun hoodies. I'll be wearing one. This is the spare one I keep. I'm going to wear one and keep one on the side. Same thing with my socks. The Injinji liner socks, they now come in colors other than gray. So I've got blue and this one purple. And then the Darn Tough socks. I'll be taking an extra pair of undies. This is by David Archie. I highly recommend these. Super breathable, very lightweight. I'll give you an example. You can just see right through them. I mean, I really like them. They're not cheap, though. You'll pay for it, but it's nice. And then for shower shoes and camp shoes, I'm just taking a pair of super, super lightweight flip-flops. I am from Florida. We are the flip-flop people. And then I am going to take some flip-flop socks. Because around camp, for whatever reason, sometimes if my feet are dirty, whatever, these straps will want to tear up the tops of my feet. So this time I'm going to take a little pair of socks to wear with those. All right. I think that's it. We got the clothing, all that goes inside. Well, the hoodie, I'm sorry, not the hoodie, but the four clays puffy jackets won't go in here. But everything you see goes into the Hyperlight Mountain Gear large zip up bag, and it's Dyneema made. All right, so there you go. That's the clothing setup that will be in the pack. All right. Okay, we having fun? We're going to keep going here. I'm almost done. This is pretty much it. After this, we'll do a full pack load, and I'll give you weights and all this other stuff. Yeah, so we're going to keep going. All right. All right, so here we go. 6 Moon Design umbrella. That may or may not be going. I don't know. It depends on how much rain we're going to be getting. I am not using a pack cover, but I do have a large black garbage bag in here that in this weighs nothing. So I just put in a little stuff sack there, and that's going to be for my pack. I am taking a cut down sponge to wipe down my tent from condensation if I have any. Actually, I've really not had a real bad condensation problem with it, but I am going to be taking that. And then down here we got my first aid kit. Yeah, all that stuff. Lip balm, you name it, I got it. It's there. Not much to it, but and then a knee brace in case I have it, because I am an old man. Let's see, my bath kit or my toothpaste, toothbrush and all. I'll get into that, or I guess I could get into it if you want, but I'm not going to worry. You know what a toothbrush, cut down bamboo black bristle toothbrush looks like, and you definitely know about toothpaste. Electronics. I think I might I'm going to do a separate segment on electronics. That's my electronic bag. These little stuff sacks are by Hilltop, and they are Dyneema. And then I'm going to be taking the GPS satellite system. That's the Spot X. Take notes and stuff so I don't forget, and just do a little diary writing there. And then my bath towel by Sea to Summit. This is the Air Light. This is this small, believe it or not. Yeah, so going with the small. Air Light towel. Super small. Weighs nothing. And I think this is cool. I'm going to take this, even though I do have a headlamp. And I'll be talking about that in a minute. But this right here weighs nothing. But the reason why I'm taking it, because it's got my headlamp. I'm using the Nightcore NU20, and it does not have a red light feature on it, but this does, and it's a good little backup. Weighs nothing. It's super small. It might be my primary light. I may not even take the headlamp. I may just take this, but anyway, that's going to be going with me, so that takes care of all that. Let's go run around over here. All right, this right here is a 20 by almost 36 piece of 1/8 inch foam. Closed cell. It weighs only 1.48 of an ounce, or 1.48 ounces, so a little less than 1.5 ounces. This right here is a trifold. You've seen these all day. This is by I think they're Thermarest. Yeah, this right here weighs 2.05 ounces, and you can see it is considerably smaller than the 1/8 inch foam. So I'm taking the 1/8 inch foam because it's more versatile. I can use it for the front of my tent, coming in and out if I want. I can fold it, make it thick like that, so I don't keep my butt dry, and also be able to sit more comfortably. I can sit on it, I can spread it out and literally sit on it and use it like I don't even have to break out my Tyvek if I don't want to, and I can actually cook and stuff like that on it. So this I highly suggest you guys think about. Just cut you off just a 3-foot section of your 1/8 inch foam and use that instead, because you can fold it, you can roll it, you can do whatever you want. You can make it super thick. You know, you can get a pretty good thick piece of foam off of that, and it weighs less than that. All right, so let me get back to you. Hold on. So that's pretty much what we got going on here. You've got the all this little equipment. That's everything you saw here except for the umbrella and the foam pad. But all that fits inside of, and I'm going to switch. Ready? Here we go. We're going to switch. 1, 2, 3, and here we go. That's all goes inside of this Hyperlight Mountain Gear small zip-up Dyneema bag for the 3400. So there you go. All right, so let's see what this thing looks like when it's all loaded up. All right, shall we? Here we go. Here's your shoulder straps. Turn it to the top. The tent, the Tyvek, and the 1/8 inch closed cell pads are on top. There's one of your 1 liter water bottles with the tent stakes behind it. Up here in the front, that's the 700 milliliter that I'm going to be keeping in my shoulder pocket. Then back here we have in the front pocket, inside there is actually my spoon would normally be inside, but that's my Caesar Summit long handle spoon. But out here we got, inside here we got the water filter and the poop kit. Out here, coming on around, there's the Six Moons umbrella, Six Moons design umbrella, and another 1 liter water bottle, smart water bottle. I did make some modifications to the Hyperlight pack. I will talk about that in another video. But anyway, I thought you'd like to see what it all looks like. And I promise you I'd give you the weight. The weight of this pack right now is, that's the water bottles without the water. But anyway, everything except the actual water, food, and the little fuel canister, it all comes to a grand total. Ready, here we go. Drum roll, that's everything, including the pack weight, is going to be right at 17 pounds. Considering that I'm having to prepare for cold weather, I think 17 pounds is a pretty good weight. When it's all said and done, once I get the food, the canister and everything, I should be somewhere around 26, 27 pounds complete. That's with water, food, and fuel. So I'm still well under 30 pounds, which was what I was wanting. All right, so I hope you enjoyed today's gear video. This is for the 89 that's coming up. It's going to take 28 days to do. It is a through hike, and I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope to be comfortable. I could get snowed on, you know, snow, hail, ice, whatever, rain. It's going to be a pretty rough go at it, and everything's closed up there, so it doesn't really open up till about mid-May. So that's going to be that'll be interesting. Anyway, don't have a bunch of shelters. Everything's all about living in tents and all that. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting. I'm heading out in just a few days, so I am so glad that you stuck around for this. If you can, please subscribe and hit that like button. I'd appreciate it. I will be showing video shorts from the trail pretty much daily if I can, so you'll want to catch that. And on my Facebook page, if you can friend me, send me a friend request. But on my Facebook page, I'll be actually doing live video from the trail each and every day. So, or as you know, as cell service allows. So I'll put it to you that way. So you don't want to miss any of this stuff. So I hope to see you there, and thank you so much. You've been tuned in to Carmen Williams, OMO TV, and that's my trail name, OMO. And if you don't know what OMO means, it means Old Man Outdoors. There you go. So thank you so much for viewing, and I'm going to be doing a follow-up. After this, I'm going to do my electronics. I'm going to put those on there for you as well. So I think you'll like that especially. So yeah, I'm going to show you all that little stuff I didn't want to break into, you know, all the little tiny things. All right, see you. Oh, I forgot to say, also, if you have any questions about what I covered today, let me know. Or if you have other ideas of what you're doing, that's fine too. Just send me just put it in the comments section. Thanks, bye.